Being an INFJ can be extremely challenging at times. They only have two modes, Go and Burnout. Go is a fantastic mode. It's where they spend the majority of their time. They accomplish so much and believe they can accomplish anything. Everyone is amazed at how much the INFJ can accomplish in a single day. In this mode, they begin to feel good about themselves and their lives. However, it eventually leads to burnout. You can only stay on the move for so long. Burnout, on the other hand, takes no prisoners. It's a complete stop. Make sure you have something to eat because it will be here for quite some time. If Go is the mode of conquering the world, Burnout is the mode of sleeping for 6 months. There are several factors that contribute to burnout in most INFJs. They can usually deal with these things for a while before they burn out, but only for so long. Here are 3 reasons why INFJs burn out. Number 3. Absorbing everyone's emotions. One of the things that INFJs excel at is empathizing with others. They don't have to imitate the emotion because they're experiencing it alongside them. It's intense and incredible. It is, however, draining and exhausting. Feeling all the feels is sometimes good and refreshing, but when you do it all the time, it can become too much. Number 2. Overload of senses. INFJ personalities are known to be extremely sensitive. They can hear sounds that most people miss, such as the squeaking of the heater or the ticking of the wall clock. For them, those sounds are like nails on the chalkboard. But it's not just sounds. It's anything that overwhelms the senses, such as a large crowd or a strong odor, flashing lights, loud music, and so on. All of these things are extremely exhausting for INFJs. Number 1. Attempting to solve everyone's issues. INFJs are always counselors to their friends and family. They're drawn to them because they care so much about how others are feeling and want to help them so much. INFJs are people who listen to other people's problems and unconsciously adopt them as their own. Then they start digging deep and offering their most profound advice. It appears natural to the INFJ as if it were just another day. The INFJ may not even notice how draining it most of the time. However, it is extremely draining, especially if you don't have someone to whom you can confide your problems. INFJs have a tendency to carry everyone else's problems with no one to help them. How to prevent INFJ burnout? An INFJ can stop, slow down, and withdraw to recover from burnout. They can seek support, practice more self-care, and so on. There is, however, something more important than burnout recovery. It is to keep empathy fatigue and emotional overload from occurring in the first place. Number 5. An INFJ must distinguish compassion and empathy from the act of helping others. Compassion is the ability to feel another person's pain and to show that personal care and kindness. Empathy, on the other hand, is the ability to understand how another person feels by imagining yourself in their shoes. Both are quite similar and both are things that INFJs excel at. However, there's a distinction to be made between the ability to feel for another and the act of assisting others. INFJs experience compassion fatigue easily because they believe that it's their responsibility to help the other person, that they must help the person who's suffering, or that they can help the other person. As a result, they try to do a lot for the other person, devoting a lot of time and energy to their issues, and as a result, the INFJ is then exhausted in this process. The problem is that people don't always require their assistance. It is sometimes preferable for the INFJ to learn through their own suffering and experiences rather than us telling them what to do. You can continue to care for someone while also allowing and trusting them to solve their own problems and figure things out on their own. Caring is not synonymous with caretaking or codependency. Number 4. The INFJ must understand what their responsibility is and what is not. The INFJ extroverted feeling or FE function is a true blessing. However, they may not have been taught how to use it effectively, or they may have been using it in an unhealthy manner since childhood. One of the ways the INFJ misuses FE is by adopting other people's problems and responsibilities as their own. An INFJ may believe that by doing what they ask, they're assisting others. However, they're doing them a huge disfavor, because when the INFJ took over their responsibilities and took care of their emotions, they did not learn how to take care of their own emotions. As a result, they didn't grow. So the INFJ must delegate and accept responsibility for only their own emotions. Check to see if you've taken on extra responsibilities in any of your relationships that aren't yours. For example, you may feel responsible for the emotions and well-being of your clients, friends, and coworkers. Number 3. They must not let external harmony dictate their inner peace. Aside from compassion, one of the reasons INFJs are so eager to assist someone in need is that external harmony affects their internal harmony. If there is a conflict in another person's immediate environment, or if their loved ones are feeling down, the INFJ FE function picks up on the disharmony and negative emotions, they will not feel good either. So INFJs want their external environment to be as harmonious as possible, and they have a strong desire to please others and alleviate their suffering. When others are happy, the INFJs are happy. The problem is that they have no control over their external environment. It isn't always peaceful. The INFJ can share their perspectives and insights with their clients or friends, but if they're adamant in their opinions, the INFJ is powerless to change their minds. They can read or watch the news and empathize with the victim's sufferings, but they must not read or watch it if it upsets them. The worst thing that can happen when INFJs empathize with or help another is that the other person brings them down. Instead of exhausting themselves trying to fix the external environment or allowing it to affect them, the INFJ must first focus on their own inner peace before spreading peace to others from within. Number 2, they must maintain some space between them and the person they're helping. INFJs can unconsciously absorb other people's emotions like a sponge, but if they learn how to deal with the incoming emotions, they won't get affected by these emotions that they absorbed. Even better, once you learn how to manage your pain, you can assist others who are experiencing emotional distress by teaching them how to manage their pain. But you can only do that if you're conscious and refrain from responding to their emotions as if you were in their shoes. When you're too preoccupied with their issue, you cannot offer a brilliant solution to assist them. People occasionally just need an outlet. They could not necessarily be seeking answers. Because they aren't asking for assistance, whatever solutions the INFJ offers, even if it benefits them, will be declined and rejected. So the INFJ shouldn't bother pushing themselves too hard. They must give them the freedom to express themselves without becoming deeply involved in their issue. You don't have to sacrifice yourself or wear yourself out to be compassionate. INFJs need to develop their ability to use their FE in a way that benefits both themselves and the people they're helping. Number 1, the INFJ must accept their limitations and let go of expectations. INFJs are idealistic, but their expectations can get them into trouble at times. Doctors understand that they cannot save everyone. When the patient is ready to leave, the patient is ready to leave. The INFJ must learn to respect the nature of life and the will of others. When they want to control what other people think, feel, and do, they become frustrated when they can't. However, if the INFJ accepts that they cannot help everyone, they'll be able to help those who need it the most. An INFJ may need some time and practice before they can learn to feel at ease in their body. INFJs have a desperate need for the release that their bodies can provide them during times of stress and burnout. However, it appears overdone when they make an unconscious effort to satisfy that need. Consider overeating, drinking, abusing drugs, or exercising too much. INFJs can have a greater impact by actively choosing physical sensations and activities that allow them to inhabit their bodies in a more gentle, natural, and force-free manner. This might entail taking a hot bath, a long shower, or even an ice bath. They could go for a walk on the beach, a trampoline jump, do some gardening, or sing their favorite songs. As an INFJ, does this happen with you too? Please leave a comment and let us know. As always, like and share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more psychology updates.